Welcome to a brand new day of riding back on the road again, and it's a privilege. That's the first thing I want to tell you. It's a privilege to be back on the road. It's a privilege to be continuing this ride. Today we left from Birpada, which is where we were putting up for the last 3 days. We're witnessing clear blue waters now, at least across the majority of West Bengal. So yeah, we've left from Birpada. It has been about 20 minutes or maybe half an hour since we started riding, and we're keeping it slow. We're still keeping it slow, still checking things on the bike, how the luggage is responding, how the bike is responding to the weight, to the handling, to ergonomics, everything. And yeah, today is not as big a ride as the other days. Today, the one crucial thing that we're gonna go across or do or experience is cross the state of West Bengal and enter Assam, and I'm excited for that. I really am. It's been a long time since I've been in West Bengal. No complaints against the state, of course. I am not from here, and yet it's treated me so beautifully. The landscapes are just crazily mesmerizing. But crossing into another state is of course a big milestone for us. It adds to our list of states that we've entered and crossed, and we'll be entering Assam today. As if I already haven't seen enough of tea gardens. Assam is, of course, as you know, famous across the world for its tea. So I'm hoping to see even more tea gardens that I have here. Like I said, it's a short ride. It's a ride where I did not want to exhaust the bike or myself. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. The Assam border should be about 70 kilometers from here, and we're gonna cross the border hopefully with not a lot of problems. We purposely chose a short route for today just to get into the spirit of being on the saddle again and experiencing the wind hitting the helmet, experience the bike taking what it usually is used to take. The pleasures of an open road are unparalleled. The scenery has always been so dramatic over the course of this ride, especially once we left Kolkata. We saw acres and acres of mustard fields at first. Then we saw acres and acres of tea plantations. And now I'm sure we're going to see a lot more fields, a lot more varied kinds of fields. Speaking of mustard, here they are again. Yellow fields on my left, yellow fields on my right. It's an open road ahead. Now this is exactly why you should venture into a part of India that you haven't really witnessed, experienced, because you're going to see such different landscapes, such different people, and such different culture. You're going to be blown away for sure. And of course you're going to see varied kinds of traffic on the road as well, so you'll get acclimatized to driving and riding in all kinds of roads. We just stopped a while back, had some breakfast, we filled our stomach, lifted our spirits. Also we saw a place where another Himalayan was parked, so we thought it's a good idea because a biker is already there. We went there, we went, sat there, and we got into conversation with the people who were traveling on that bike. It happens to be that there was this guy named Joshua, if I'm not wrong. He was traveling with his mother as his pillion, which was really sweet to see. And the good thing was both of them were fully geared up. It's sweet to see people doing this, and it's sweet to come across people who come from different parts of India. These guys were coming from Nashik in Maharashtra and were doing the entire Seven Sisters in the northeast. So yeah, good to run into like-minded people. I haven't met loads of them, but I have had my fair share of riders that I've met across this ride. Good people coming from different parts. I've met this guy coming from Karnataka on the way to Varanasi, I believe. I met this guy in Lucknow where I had put up for the day. He was from Mumbai. He was going back after having completed Nepal. A few people here and there I might have forgotten, and then this guy. And I think that's why we people enjoy riding and enjoy meeting riders, as we're doing a little tours here and there. Everyone's on their own path, everyone's on their own adventure, and it's always good to hear their story. The area that I'm currently riding through, it's a reserved forest on both sides, and you'll see a lot of these elephant crossings, tiger crossings and deer crossing boards here. So I'm thinking there's a lot of such wild animal sightseeing occurrences in the night. So in case you're going via this road, I suggest it's not a good idea to ride through this road at night. The first reason is, of course, the boards that suggest that there are wild animals crossing the road. You can get caught up in an accident of some sort. You know, the second reason is because there are no lights, absolutely no lights on this highway. But it's a beautiful road. It's taken me through railway crossings and rivers and countless villages and small little monkeys sitting on the sides of the road. But hordes of trucks here, hordes and hordes of trucks and lorries on this route. From the shabby 2-lane highway, we enter a really well-built 4-lane, which means we can be a lot more carefree now. And Assam is not too far from us. It really isn't. I can almost sense it. We're really close to the border now. I'm excited. I really am excited to enter Assam. It's a beautiful state. It's a highly cultural state as well. So I'm really excited to see what it brings to us. But even before that, I'm even more anticipating what the Assam border brings to us. Guess what we are passing through when you see a influx of trucks parked at the side of the road? We are crossing a state border. We've just entered the state of Assam now. Waited for it quite a lot of time, for a long time. We'd been stuck in West Bengal due to one or the other issue for the bike here and there, and now finally we're back on the road, back on the route that we had originally planned for. The sky is blue, the land is green and ripe, and we are here in Assam, looking nowhere but forward. We're close to where we're gonna stay for the night, stay for the day. We decided to call it an early day and rest a bit for the night, and that's exactly what we're about to do. It's been a privilege to have exited and entered another state. I'm gonna now find a way to a place hopefully where they can let me stay for the night, and where I'm gonna rest and take care of my bike as well, and see whatever we can here in this part of Assam. And yeah, I'll catch you on the road tomorrow. A very good morning from Assam today. I just stopped at this random eatery at the side of the road to try and get some breakfast. That was a fail. They're only currently serving rotis and curries, and it's about 10:30 in the morning. I'm not really in the mood for that, so I'll try my luck again. I'll sit on the saddle of the bike and get rolling through this beautiful roads of Assam once again. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and yeah, let's see how the day progresses. Let's get some breakfast in us, and let's get going. We've just entered the vicinity of Bongaigaon in Assam, which happens to be one of the major towns as you cross through the state of Assam. And yeah, you could see it in the infrastructure here. There's a lot of bridges, there's a lot of schools, a lot of crossings, so you can see and feel that there's a city somewhere close by. But my search for having breakfast today still continues. In my initial plan of crossing through Assam, Bongaigaon was one of the places where I decided to halt. Actually, I think it was the only place where I decided to halt in Assam. I'm not really sure what the plan for today is, but I think I'll be halting in Assam before moving forward. Yesterday I halted in a place called Gosaigaon, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, which is probably like 80 kilometers from Bongaigaon. I might be wrong, or less, somewhere in that range. Yesterday night for my dinner, I happened to just doze off after having made it to Gosaigaon, to a place, to a hotel called Hotel Swarang, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong. And I woke up at about 8:30 in the evening or early night, which meant that it was too late for me to grab dinner anywhere around, because Gosaigaon is not that big of a town and most of the shops and the market closed at around 7 in the evening at max. And the guy at my hotel who was apparently looking after the place, he was kind enough to take me to a nearby local food joint in his car. He helped me pack the food there and get me back to the lodging. So kudos to that guy. I mean, I really did want to mention him. Not that it would matter a lot, but he did a great deal of help to me last night, or else I would have had to go to sleep without having had any food. So in case you're passing through Gosaigaon, I think one of the only few places where you can manageably get accommodation for yourself happens to be Hotel Swarang. Oh yeah, and there we are. There you go. We have a close range encounter with some real-esque hills since we started from home. I know how often I use the word beautiful, but is there really any other word to appreciate how aesthetic a place really is? We say today is one of the better days of riding. Look at that fine Assam landscape. Some beautiful palm trees. There's a hill behind the village. There's a highway running across in front of it, and we've just had some delicious food here. We've finally found the long-awaited breakfast. You can get some energy rolling into us and make good of what the day holds for us. Now that we've got some food in us, we have the energy to talk while we are riding. Today's destination was not decided yet, but I've got wrapped my head around understanding where I intend to go. So I am planning to head towards Nalbari, which is a town in Assam, and head up a few kilometers away from the town and find a nice camping spot. If you don't know yet, I'm carrying my own tent and all the camping gear for this trip, because I do intend to camp a fair amount of times. The amount of rivers flowing through this state is insane, and the vicinity in which they are spread, the area in which they are spread is so tiny. You'll find at least 3 to 4 rivers like small tributaries spread over an area of 50 kilometers. That's the amount of water bodies that are present in Assam. All of these rivers and their tributaries and all these little canals and streams come from Bhutan, which isn't surprising, but yeah, to think about it, it's special in its own way. But yeah, a good start to the day. It's been a good ride up until now. I'm really liking the weather. I'm really liking the roads as well. The pedestrian traffic as well as the traffic of the trucks has simmered down a lot compared to West Bengal. It was just crazy there. It's a lot more easy going here, and it suits my temperament today. Coming up again the home stretch for today's ride. About 20 kilometers to go. That's about it. To sum up today's ride, it has been all about easing through the fine roads of Assam through a vastly sunlit sky.